Welcome back. Now that we've seen our happy process of a transaction from beginning to end, how about we look at what other things may come up? You will have two flags, a red flag and a green flag. If you have an IT tech issue, such as the PIN pad not prompting the customer, or your login not working, raise your red flag to request IT support. For all other questions that are not an IT tech issue, such as product questions, pricing, or other Vera Bradley questions, raise your green flag for VB support. Now, say a customer wants another copy of their receipt. To reprint, let's go to the home screen by clicking on the home icon on the left ribbon. Then click the Shift and Drawer tile. Now click the Show Journal tile. Check the most recent transaction, and then Show Receipt in the bottom right. Then select either Show Receipt or Show Gift Receipt, depending on the customer's wants. Finally, click the Print button in the bottom right and select Print All. To return to the home screen, click the Home icon on the left ribbon on the screen. Now, a customer decides they want to cancel an item in the purchase. Let's look at how to void that line. Click the Actions button on the right side. Then click the Voids tile. Click on the item that they would like to void and ensure it is highlighted in pink. If it is not highlighted in pink, then click it first. Now click Void Line. This will cross out the line that the customer no longer wants. In the event of a credit card transaction failing, discreetly ask the customer if they wish to use another form of payment or split the transaction among multiple cards. Of course, your team leader is on hand to assist with any questions regarding the customer interaction. Don't hesitate to raise your green flag for Vera Bradley assistance. Speaking of splitting transactions, it is not uncommon to split tender between multiple cards or between cash and cards if you're at a cash till. If a customer requests a split tender, at this point in the transaction, before you hit enter, you will type the amount that the customer wants to put on the first form of payment, then click enter. Please note, if a customer is splitting between cash and card, tender the cash first before running any cards. You will then be brought back to this screen. Click the appropriate tender on the bottom again. It will default to the remaining balance of the transaction, but if the customer has 3 or more forms of tender, just remember to type the next amount each time before clicking enter. And of course, raise your green Vera Bradley help flag to request assistance from your team leader if need be. Finally, what happens when you encounter a product that does not have a tag with a barcode to scan? Well, of course, you can raise your green Vera Bradley help flag to request assistance from your team leader. You can also look for the tag inside of the product and search with the SKU number. Here we see 2 items with internal tags being shown. Let's get a closer look at that tag. The SKU is this little number here. We'll come back to these other numbers after the dash in a second. Type the SKU into the search bar at the top and click Products. Click the item to open it. Now click the color drop-down. You will have a printed sheet with all the colorways listed in alphabetical order. Remember those other numbers on the internal tag after the dash? Find those numbers on the printed sheet, and that is the colorway you need to select in the color drop-down on the POS. Click Sell Now to add the item to the tender and go back to the tender screen. And there you have it. Now you're ready to be a cashier. Have a great time and see you at the sale.